Hey guys, so today I am in the backyard orchard and we are going to attempt to espalier these trees over here. I know that's probably not a good thing. These are established trees. They've been here since we bought the house and they're probably now about 10 to 12 years old. So is this a mistake? It might be. Will this kill our trees? It might. We'll just have to wait and see. So you guys have to stick around and see what is going to happen to these trees. But the reason why I want to espalier these trees is because right behind me over here, I have our vegetable garden. So the problem is these trees over here are going to eventually block the sunlight from the vegetable garden over here, and you can already see it. You see that pear tree over there, how its shadow, even though it's in the winter right now, you see its shadow that's covering the bed right there. So that's going to be a big problem for us. Yes, I can use that bed over here for greens, and that would be perfect for growing greens in the summer like spinach and maybe some cold weather crops like broccoli and stuff like that. But I want to be able to use the space however way I want to use it. And these trees being this way are going to be blocking a lot of the sunlight. So what I figured is if we espalier these trees so that we would remove all this section on this side over here and that section on that side, and the same for all these trees. And the plan is to create kind of a wall over here. And I will be doing the same for the ones in the back. The pear tree, however, I'm going to leave until we harvest all the fruits off of it, because if you look at it over here, you see all these spurs right here. These are fruits. Well, not all of them, but it has the potential to bear a lot of fruits. And I want to be able to harvest as much fruits off of it before I attempt to espalier it, because what I'm doing over here is a risky thing. I've never seen anyone attempt to do anything like this before. All the trees that I've watched that are being espaliered are trees that are super young, that are started as whips, and you can easily handle their branches and shape them in however way you want. I forgot to mention what espaliering is. Espaliering is basically just the shaping the tree in whatever shape or form you want it to be. Usually it is a flat shape. You could shape it into all sorts of shapes like menorahs and maybe just straight branches on both sides, or maybe, I don't know, anything you want. I'm going to take one branch off of this tree. It's going to be this huge branch right here, and that's going to be about a third of the tree, because that is a gigantic branch. It has multiple. I was trying to cut this big branch using this over here, and this is just too puny, so I got some help. Here's my help. My awesome dude. All right, he's gonna help us with the chainsaw over here and help us take care of the branch.
I just need to know where you want it cut.
Okay, see that branch right there? The one that I already chopped off a bunch of stuff off of it? I want you to cut it at the base.
Right where you cut before?
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That was taking me forever. I have the tree right here behind me. See that middle branch right there? We're gonna take that off. This branch right there.
To do that branch, you have to do some prep work. You don't want to cut at the bottom and the whole thing fall on your head. So we're gonna have to trim off some of the branches off of it so it's safe to cut that way.
I mean, just like I did with the other branch.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I have some loppers. You want them?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Do you want me to do the loppers? And
I can do whatever.
all right.
It's easy. It's all pretty easy. I'm just gonna take that mosquito killer off.
Okay.
Before we start, and I gotta find a dry place to put this.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can take some of the snow off of the chair over there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That one. There you go.
Let me put the protective cover on this so I don't
Oh yeah.
damage the ways. I love this thing. Battery
Okay.
power, you wouldn't think battery power is good for a chainsaw, but for regular gardening type stuff, you don't need a lot of power. This is perfect. This is one of my favorite tools.
Perfect.
What's next?
So this peach tree over here finally gave up. We had a really heavy snowstorm with heavy snow loads and it leaned it completely over. I had that little branch supporting it for a couple years, but we knew you could just throw it in the woods. Oh, look at that tree also that fell. So eventually we were going to do that. There we go, finally. Yay. Thank you. You know, I feel bad cutting it, but it has to go. So my phone storage is full and my microphone turned off, so you guys will have to bear with me a little bit. Let me turn you around and show you what happened with the trees over here and my plans going forward. So we took this branch off of this tree over here and it still has a good amount of branches on it. And I think we took about probably a third of it. And we did the same over there on that tree right there. You see the branch that's in the middle? We took that off. I hope the wind is not also messing with the audio. My plan for this tree over here is that next winter I will come back and cut this big branch over here. This one right there. Because I want the tree to head in this direction. I'm going to leave this branch over here and eventually I'm going to be cutting off any branches off of it that branch out in this opposite directions, like this way or that way, and only leave the branches that are going to be heading in that direction, and then I can shape them and form them into whatever way I want them to go. And I think I may leave this branch over here so that I can go off of it and have some more branches branch out this way and that way. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure. And eventually these branches are going to be going also, and I will be only leaving some branches that I can manipulate to go that way. Here's the thing with these trees. They haven't been fruiting at all since we bought this house. They were super small trees and they were already here. They're planted, I think, in the wrong place. It's super wet over here, so it makes the tree susceptible to fire blight and to all the fungal diseases. And I don't know if these are a good variety of apples. They produced a few fruits, not that much. I shouldn't say they didn't produce any fruits. They did produce maybe like, I don't know, for over their entire lifetime so far, they produced maybe like 5 apples. Anyways, that's all I'm going to take off of these 2 trees over here. I'm not even going to take any water sprouts or reduce the size of the branches. In the summer, we'll come back over here and we will reduce the size of the branches and take off any water sprouts. But for now, for this winter pruning session, we're just going to leave them as they are. We still have this tree to take care of and that tree over there. So let's go ahead and take care of these 2 trees. Since this pear tree is still small, I'm going to try to shape it as I want it to be, but I can't cut off more than 1/3 of it. That's the big rule. If I cut off more than a third of it, then it's going to sprout out with a whole bunch of water sprouts. And I am a little bit concerned on one of the trees because we may have taken off of it a little bit more than the third, but we can manage that during the summer season. I can just come back here and prune it. So let's take care of this one. This branch over here looks like it may have fire blight on it, but it's only at the tip, and it is a branch that I'm going to want, or at least for now this is what I think I want. So I'm going to cut it down probably to here, to where there's a branch already, this branch right here. And I am sacrificing all of its fruits basically, but I'm just going to do this for the sake of knowing that I'm going to have a tree that is going to be shaped the way how I want it to. I know I don't want this one over here. I'm going to cut off these little branches over here because they are super close to the other branches next to them. Also, these two branches are super close. I think I already took off a third of this tree, so I'm going to stop right here. I think we are going to have some fruits off of it. I can see some fruit spurs over here, a few of them, not that many.